Some emergencies we don't have IV salbutamol, but if it is available, then give a push after intramuscular epinephrine. It can be given as alternative to IV epinephrine infusion. So it should be given in 2 to 5 microgram per minute, and titrate up to 15 to 30 minutes and maximum 50 microgram per minute. The patients who are agitated, tachypneic, and having increased respiratory work, so we can consider IV ketamine. The dose range from 25 to 50 milligram IV bolus, or 0.4 to 0.5 milligram per kg. Then 30-minute infusion with the same dose, or IV fentanyl 75 to 150 microgram IV bolus, and 1 to 2 microgram per kg titrate until it gets its effect. So to reduce the tachypnea, agitation, anxiety, so we should go for the non-invasive procedures. But it has been found that most of the patients get relief from all these pharmacological medications. Next comes the circulation. So place as many peripheral IVs as possible, a minimum 2 to 3, and IV crystalloid boluses to compensate for insensible losses and to avoid hypotension caused by magnesium and hyperinflation. So, and reducing respiratory rate, reversing dynamic hyperinflation will improve hemodynamics and increase the preload. And the last one is the airway. So airway should be considered when all above which I have told measures are not successful. Then we can use BPAP or CPAP for tachypneic or patients who have increased work of breathing or getting more hypoxic. Before to start this BPAP or CPAP, consider ketamine or fentanyl. So some patients become more agitated and anxious. We use it because we want to maximally avoid the intubation of the patient to protect the airway. Sometimes we should try to delay the intubation, because there is a high risk of peri-intubation morbidity and mortality. So we should be very much careful as much as we can avoid the intubation. The goal of all these things is to patient should be avoided from getting more worse and exacerbation. If tachypnea cannot be reduced and ventilation improved, the need for intubation can be prevented. In patients who are very tachypneic with severe work of breathing, adjuncts like ketamine or fentanyl can aid in tachypnea reduction and may facilitate improved delivery of bronchodilators or non-invasive positive pressure ventilation. So these are the drugs which I have mentioned, and the measurements can lead to improvement of the crashing or near crashing asthma. Hopefully you will follow these guidelines and get the benefit to improve the patient's mortality. Thank you very much for listening.